Hey, what's going on? My name is Ed Shaw. Welcome to my channel, Ed Shaw Graphics. Hey, if y'all feeling everything that I've been doing so far, subscribe to my channel. Show your boys some love. Like and subscribe. Hey, right now, what I want to do is I want to talk about the toughness of white ink. Because I know during the winter months, when it get cool outside, like when it get past September, October, it starts to get cooler outside. It tends to get cooler on the inside as well. And so when that happens, then the inks tend to stiffen up a little bit. But that white ink ain't no joke. It gets too stiff. So stiff that you can't even press the ink through the screen. And the screen kind of clogs up. And see, you don't want your screen to clog up like that. You want to keep your inks nice and loose and creamy, especially that white ink. Now, there are different techniques, different ways you can soften up the white ink, get it loose, nice and creamy, and make it easy for you to print right through the screen. So I want to take you over to the ink section, and I want to show you some of the ways that the ink can be loosened up. But I want to also show you my favorite way of going about loosening that white ink up. So let's go over to the ink section right about now. All right. Now, one way that'll be good to loosen the ink up, you can go to Home Depot, you can buy one of these. I don't know what they call it, but it looks exactly like this. So what you do is you get one of these, and you can attach it to a drill. By just taking the drill bit out and placing one of these in. Hook the drill up, and you're all set. Just put it down into the ink, and you start stirring it up just like that. But then if you're not satisfied with just using this, then there's also this right here. You can pour into your gallon of ink. There's really no certain limit or anything like that. I mean, if you pour a little bit, it'll loosen up a little bit. Pour a little bit more, you might get it loose a little bit more. So this stuff right here is called Curvo Reducer. So it's like some type of white liquid. You can pour it into your white ink and loosen it up. And so once you pour that in, then you can go back to using this, or you can use the heavy duty dipstick and just stir it up. But I really suggest this. That way you won't have to worry about your arm getting tired or stirring that tough white ink. So this here comes in pretty handy. But I want to show you my favorite way of loosening, getting the white ink nice and creamy. So I really don't feel like dealing with this stuff, pouring it, stirring it up, and then try to pour some more, because sometimes, I remember when I first used this, I kept pouring, stirring, and it was still like kind of stiff. But I found a really good way to get my ink nice and loose and creamy. And I'm doing it right now, right over here, so check it out. Yeah, so check it out. I simply just place a gallon of ink right under my heat flash dryer. And I can leave it there as long as I want. The longer I leave it there, the looser and creamier the ink gets. So the heat solves the problem the best. And so, I don't know, it's like when you stir it up, it's some type of chemicals that helps the ink warms up and it loosens up. And it gets the ink nice and creamy. So far I had this up under the ink, this heat flash dryer for a good 45 minutes. And this is nice and loose and creamy. That's how I want it. That's what I'm talking about. That's how your ink's supposed to be. Nice and creamy. So this is my favorite way of getting my ink nice and creamy, especially this white ink. Actually, the white ink is the only ink I really have problems with. And so, as soon as I see it stiffening up, I just put it right up under the heat flash dryer, and I leave it there for 30 minutes, maybe an hour. I can leave it down here as long as I want. I don't have to worry about the ink drying up on me or anything, because the distance from the heat flash dryer all the way down to where the ink is located, I shouldn't have no problems. I have the ink bucket far away where I don't have to worry about the ink drying up on me or anything. The ink do dry by heat, of course, but right now the ink is too far away from the heat flash dryer for that to happen. But what it'll do is it'll get the ink nice and loose and real easy to stir up, easy to print, and that's pretty much it. So those like a couple of ways. Really the only way I can think of getting the ink, dealing with the white ink. But my favorite way, and the way I'm gonna start doing it from now on, is just simply just placing a gallon of ink right up under my heat flash dryer. Leave it there as long as I like. I did it a couple of days ago and I left it there for 2 hours, I think. And my ink was real easy, nice and easy to stir up. And then yesterday, I was getting ready to use it, and I noticed my ink had stiffened up a little bit more. And that's when I was getting ready to do the halftones. Working with the halftones, I'm like, oh no, I gotta loosen this up, especially if I'm using a 230 mesh count. So I left it there for a couple of hours. And it worked out just well for me. So I hope y'all like the information I'm giving out. Like and subscribe to Airshaw Graphics. Keep looking me up. I'm coming with a whole lot more videos, a whole lot more information. different areas of graphics and screen print. All right, I'm out of here. Like and subscribe. Airshaw Graphics. All right, now.